We've all heard about Roblox at one point in our lives. It's a game that at this point, I don't even need to explain what it is. As we all know, it boasts tons of different genres like hobbies, tycoons, story games, and of course, the topic of this video, horror. But unfortunately, almost all of them are just copies of pre-existing games that were far better or end up goofy rather than something that will haunt my nightmares. However, I think there's one that stands out compared to all the rest, and while not something to crap yourself over, still a lot of fun and can scare you at times. And that of course being Doors. While the game itself is very simplistic, the task is everything that you're gonna do in the game. I feel like it's the best horror experience Roblox has to offer. And in this video, I would like to discuss why Doors is the best horror game on Roblox. So let's dig into it. As the name of the game suggests, it's all about, well, Doors, an old decrepit hotel, trying to escape any monsters that lurk nearby, while trying to also make it to door 100 to win. The main aspect of the game is trial and error, taking each death as a lesson in order to learn to do next time when the same scenario happens. Or being very simplistic, I believe this works in the game's favor, as it allows new and old players to enjoy it, especially since each room is randomly generating, making each run different from the last, preventing the game from getting stale quickly. Along with that, the game has loads of interactivity, like opening drawers to get coins and items that will aid you on your journey. The game also has a lot of random things you can interact with. Click on paintings to see the title, ring a bell, and type in a typewriter, which all serve a purpose, but of course it wouldn't be much of a game if you just opened doors the whole time. And that's where the entities come into play, as well as the trial and error aspect of the game. The most common of the entities you encounter is Rush. The way he works is that he flickers the lights. Once the lights flicker, find a hiding spot as soon as possible. Done finding a hiding spot, and you're done for. An entity like Rush called Ambush works about the same, except Ambush rebounds back and forth, forcing you to enter and leave your hiding spot to avoid him. But why not just stay in your hiding spot? I hear none of you asking. Well, that's because if you hide too long, an entity simply called Hide will kick you out of the wardrobe, taking away some of your health as well. I feel like Ambush and Hide work perfectly together. Hide too long, get kicked out and Ambush will kill you. Don't get back in the wardrobe quickly enough to avoid Hide, and Ambush will get you. This makes it very stressful at times when trying to get back in time. While hiding will protect you from most entities in the game, you cannot hide from Holt. Holt is a ghostly figure who flickers the lights when nearby, except he doesn't work like Rush or Ambush at all. Rather, when you open the next door, you can transfer into a long hallway tinted blue. The goal of this place is simple: get to the end of the hallway. But unfortunately for you, Holt is there and will appear in front of you periodically with a turnaround prompt appearing on screen. Keep going back and forth until you reach the end. Run into Holt and he'll kill you in 2 shots. I found this to be one of the most intense moments of the whole game, but also one of the most annoying. Not knowing when he's going to appear in front of you, and when you do turn around, hearing him loom behind you while you are running away makes it feel like he'll catch up at any moment. But on the other hand, it does get quite annoying going back and forth, slowly making progress. It's not bad by any means, just annoying at times. But now we move on to an entity that I absolutely love, and that being Screech. Screech will have a chance to spawn if you're in a dark room. If he does, he'll be out of sight. The only indicator that he is there is if you hear a faint psst sound. Quickly look around until you find him and look at him until he leaves. If not, you get a huge chunk of health taken away. Something unique about this entity is that even avoid it, you'll still get jumps. To be honest, this is the entity who scared me the most, as when you hear the psst, it can be stressful as hell trying to look around and find him before it's too late. Sometimes the game does a fake psst to catch you off guard, causing you to panic and look around until you realize he was never there in the first place. I've even had times when I look behind me without Screech even making a noise, and I'll see him there. The unexpectedness and the loud noise he makes whenever you catch him scares the ever-living shit out of me. However, there is one way to decrease the chance of encountering him. That is with a lighter or flashlight, as Screech is allergic to light. But on the other side of the spectrum, there's an entity called Eyes, who is just a lump of eyes. Unlike Screech, if you look at Eyes, you quickly lose damage. An indicator that he is there is the blue light that he emanates, along with a noise. But not all entities try to kill you, however. For example, Guiding Light is a blue light that guides you, most noticeably in dark rooms, to help you find a key to the door and the Seek chase. Speaking of Seek, now is a good time to move on to him, and the chase segment he stars in. And while the premise of Seek and the chase itself is quite simple, run away and avoiding obstacles without going in the right direction, or else... While simple, it is very intense. Hearing his loud thumping footsteps right behind you can be panic-inducing at times. The chase itself has 2 separate versions. In the first, you need to crouch under obstacles and go the correct path, and the second is purely going the correct path. Guiding Light is very helpful throughout the chase, however, as he tells you which door to go through to progress. In the end of both chase potions, the ground is lit on fire, and if you step on them, a small portions of your house will be drained, slowly killing you in the process. While avoiding the fire, massive bombs are coming out of the window trying to catch you if you get too close to them. Before you encounter a seek, however, there will be eyes on the wall, more and more appearing the closer you inch forward. The lights will also flicker, but you don't need to hide as no entities are trying to kill you. Now, seek out of the way, I think it's time I discuss my favorite entity in the whole game, that being Figure. Figure is the second scripted entity in the game, appearing in doors 50 and 100. In door 50, the door is locked, and the way to unlock is to grab books sticking out of the shelves in order to unlock a door. Once you grab them, you get a shape associated with a number in the bottom left of the screen. However, this is not enough to correct the code. You need to grab a piece of paper that shows you the order of the shapes you need. Each shape represents a number, so if you get a diamond with a 5 next to it and there's a diamond on the paper, then the shape is 5 on the lock. But it is not just that easy to escape, as Figure is roaming around the area trying to kill you. Figure is completely blind, yet his senses are far superior to yours, and he will use them to his advantage. Make too much of a ruckus, and he'll come over growling. While he is chasing you, you need to enter a wardrobe, but once you do, the heartbeat minigame will start. Control your heartbeat by clicking left and right depending on which side of the heart is coming. However, if you mess up twice, you are dead. But the upside to this is that hide is not in the level, meaning that you can stay hidden the whole time, only having to do anything when he comes nearby and the heartbeat minigame happens again, and only needing to leave if you're playing with friends. But in single player, yeah, there's absolutely nothing besides you hiding and crying like a little baby. Every time you collect a book, Figure becomes faster and faster, making him more dangerous every time you get closer to escaping. I absolutely adore this mechanic, as very tense when he's nearby, not knowing if he'll notice you're there or not. Sometimes he can even kill you when you're about to escape. His design is something I love as well. The giant gaping maw and the ribs around his chest, his elongating lips, the vein on his head, and the mouth lighting up. Things that just amplify my love for this character, and the segment itself. Once you escape the library, the game continues as it normally was. There's until door 100. Once you approach door 99, there's a wardrobe and beds, which are very important. And the next room is very different from anything in the game we've seen before. It is a big metallic room with a locked door to the left, and in front of us there's a giant metal door to be opened with a lever right next to it. Once we open it, Figure's standing at the top of the balcony, and he jumps off and throws the shelf out of the way, allowing us to progress. Once he's active, we must go hide in door 99, one of the wardrobes or beds. Oh, you can just be like me and walk right past him in the moment the cutscene ends. Grab the key from the elevator. You can go unlock the previously mentioned locked door. Once we are in the room, we are tasked with restoring power to the elevator via an electrical panel and flick the switches to the number that has a cube filled in. After that, run for the elevator and get in before Figure gets you. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of door 100. Not to say it's bad, it's just kind of underwhelming. Figure's belly pressing gets locked behind door 99 for almost the entire thing. I'm freaking barely into it. Heck, no, you have that. Also, you can literally walk right past him. I hope they improved door 100 in the Hotel Plus update, which is still being developed at the time of me writing the script. But since we are at the end, let's discuss the ending. The game ends once you enter the elevator. The door closes, and it starts in the nick of time before Figure catches you. However, Figure jumps on the elevator as a last-ditch effort to kill you, causing it to crash down for some reason, leaving it off on the cliffhanger for what is to come next. Despite feeling like door 100 is a little lacking, the game as a whole is extremely fun and replayable. If you have not tried this game yet, I highly recommend it. While it's not perfect by any means, it is still some of the most fun of any Roblox game I have ever had, and I'm very excited for the future of the game, especially the teasers that have been recently released, giving us a mere taste of what is to come next for the Hotel Plus update. But that's all I have to say for now. I'll see you whenever the next video I upload is. Goodbye.